Phil Shankly discovered another winner hidden away in Scunthorpe, a certain young lad called Kevin Keegan.
Would you welcome the chance to move on to another club?
I don't know, it depends what sort of club really. I'm happy here, very good club.
But Liverpool was an even better club, £35,000 for one of the bargain buys of the century.
I never played a reserve game for Liverpool, not a Central League fixture. And I remember him coming up on the Thursday and saying, "Do you want to play in the first team?" I said, "I haven't come here to play in your reserves."
And he opened up against Nottingham Forest, he won the game, he scored a goal, made a goal. It was a bit of a fluke the one he scored, but he scored it nevertheless. And that was something he never was out of the team.
John Wimper finding himself under pressure here. Peter Thompson keeping at him, the way back cut off, and it's come straight to John Tushak. Got too many friends, that's Keegan. Keegan with a chance, and he has scored! Kevin Keegan has scored!
I remember thinking that he was actually a bit of a headless chicken. He'd go out in training and he'd run about all over the place, you know, absolutely boundless energy.
Toshak's head, and in the net for Keegan! What a player this is!
I've never seen anybody work as hard at their game as Kevin did. And he was a great, great player to have on your side, you know. I mean, he would turn bad balls into good balls, and there's no doubt that Kevin was the jewel in the crown, if you like.
As Keegan comes in, number one!
He was the first sort of superstar, if you like, after George Best. He came in here and then, you know, sort of took the place by storm. Next minute, you know, I mean, Kevin was that good that he had an agent, and he was just a great player.
Keegan quickly became the linchpin of a wonderful team, and by the 1972-73 campaign, the manager had a side as hungry for success as himself.
Keegan lucky to get that rebound off Webb. Toshak. Keegan!
Just ran away with it.
Disorganised, here's Hall. And now a chance for Keegan! And that's it! Kevin Keegan has scored for Liverpool! Kevin Keegan trying his tricks, and there's the floating cross again. Tommy Smith almost arrogantly putting it there for Brian Hall. Back again for Tommy Smith. Turned inside for Highway. Playing it again for Smith. What a good move. Oh, and yes! It's there by Keegan! His second goal! And what a move that led to it!
Shankly bade a fond farewell to the fans before the 74 Charity Shield match against Leeds United. But any sentiment was soon overshadowed by the brutality of Johnny Giles and the chain of events that followed.
And that looked very much like a right hook by Johnny Giles. And he's off here. And he's absolutely livid about it. And Bremner's off as well. Bremner is off as well, and really this is a side of English football, a face of English football we do not want to see. Toshak. That's for Keegan. What a goal! Keegan's head yet again, and Toshak on the turn. Keegan's head does the trick. The long ball finds him. He flicks it off, and Toshak pivots and hits it with his left foot. Neil for Toshak's head. Keegan was already on the move into the box, and he's got it over the keeper's head. Toshak and Keegan, mind-reading again.
We did have a good understanding. A lot of people thought we were telepathic. I wouldn't put it to that length. Because he did the simple things well, and I think because I did, it didn't really take a genius to work out what each other were going to do.
Some space around, the 1-2 was beautiful, and Keegan scores for Liverpool. And that was a really lovely move. Lock. Oh, it could be dangerous. Liverpool have got a man over here. It's Keegan just inside. Toshak's coming in on the far post unmarked. If Keegan finds him, Toshak must score surely. He must score. He has. The old 1-2 works again. Under 15 minutes left, and Liverpool still looking for this vital goal. Chipped up in the box, on by Toshak to Keegan, and the old firm have done it.
will be enough.
Keegan turning brilliantly. Kennedy again. And Case. 2-2. And Keegan comes up now and sends it the wrong way.
Win on the 2 goals they scored away from home, which count double. Hughes trying to invent something and organise something. Can't score direct. Keegan! He's done it!
That was the greatest period of English playing team football that'll ever be, and it was all Liverpool. The 76-77 period was an absolutely super time, and I was lucky enough to be captain of Liverpool through that period.
Keegan, little touch ball. Toshak! Oh! Fine goal. The old firm at it again. Daniel underneath. Now Toshak, Keegan, Jones. Callaghan for Keegan, who is onside. Highway. Number 4!
Keegan. Now Keegan. Neil is up on the far post calling for a cross. McDermott. Oh, that was beautiful!
Here tonight, matching the wall of noise which surrounded the players at St Etienne a fortnight ago. Keegan. Djokovic has missed it!
The night is warm, the atmosphere is electric, and the hills of Rome are alive to the Liverpool sound. I don't think I've seen so many red and white flags as there are tonight.
It was amazing. Stevie Highway and I were on our way up the steps in the stadium, and when we saw that massive red and white, we said, hey, come on, we've just got to win it for these fans, you know. It's a...
Served it, but it was such a good run. He left folks who bit at him, and bit too hard, and it's a penalty. So Philip Neal has the chance to make sure that the European Cup comes to Liverpool for the first time.
Was I cool? Changed my mind, changed direction.
Surely is one.
My favourite side was to the keeper's left. If you noticed, I scolded it to the keeper's right, but it was lovely to see the film afterwards and everybody jump off the benches and say yes.
I suppose if we asked that generation of fans which was the greatest occasion in their lives, it was definitely the Rome.
The trophy of the season, and won by the English champions, Liverpool.
And there is Bob Paisley with the European Cup. Welcome home, Liverpool. Emlyn Hughes, the skipper, with him. Joey Jones, Terry McDermott with the woolly hat. Jimmy Case, Kevin Keegan with the sunglasses, David Johnson beside him. The Football League trophy they are holding, the League Championship trophy. Bill Shankly, the architect who began this great Liverpool design 17 years ago. Ray Clements, the goalkeeper. Phil Neal, the fullback, who puts away the penalties so nervelessly. Ian Callaghan, the veteran from Liverpool's first campaigns in Europe 13 seasons ago. And Tommy Smith, what a climax to a career, closing it in a style that will make Roy of the Rovers obsolete.
In the 38 years I've been here, this excels everything, and of course it's the biggest day in Liverpool Football Club's life, and I'm tremendously proud.
While Liverpool celebrated, it was Auf Wiedersehen to Keegan. Hamburg of Germany his pastures knew.